Recently I got sick, sore throat, a lot of phlegm, no fever, but everything just felt a bit off. So I got really comfortable. I was always laying in bed. I'm like, oh man, I need a rest. But this is where I fucked up. When I started resting, all I was doing was just pleasure-seeking behaviors, TV, food, 6 chocolate chip muffins, Domino's pizza, watching things that had nothing to do with anything. And then what had happened to me mentally was I created a very weak mindset, a very comfortable mindset that always deviated towards comfort food and pleasure-seeking behaviors anytime I felt off or sick. So then my discipline became less stronger, my momentum slowed down, and then I started seeing myself in a negative light, my workouts more of a negative light. I wasn't waking up as early as I should. I was more unstructured. I've always said a lack of structure, a lack of food, and a lack of a proper workout leads to mental health issues. You're less happy, you're less stronger, and you're less healthier. When we fuck with those 3 energy systems from an internal standpoint, based on how we move and how we eat, it will always change how we feel within our hearts and the energy that we have. Now, was my mental health completely fucking shot? Like I'm a depressed asshole? No, I was just less energetic than usual. When I started going through my day and started going through my habits that align in terms of where I want to go, I call them great habits. So what will I do I'm going to grow as an individual? Well, either I'm building myself up or relationships around me, or creating a business or an idea that's going to help other people around me, that's going to make this world a better place. It gives me a high feeling. When I overcome something difficult, challenging, that goes towards that, I feel great because I feel uplifted. My spirit feels uplifted because I overcame something difficult. And the harder the task is, under the more stressful the circumstances, the more uplifting the internal spirit is, no matter how fatigued we are externally based off our nervous system, our physiology. Our spirit is what drives us forward, which creates a stronger fucking human being that's able to withstand fucking anything. And that takes great habits. A lot of people are always wondering, Sam, how do you build the mental strength to wake up super fucking early? Well, I'm not that fucking strong. You should watch me slip. Fucking hell, I'm fucking weak as shit. Because habits are like a gravitational pull. It can pull you in the right direction or the wrong direction. That's why when you slip, it's just like you go back into that mode. It's not like, oh, I'm all of a sudden waking up super early all the fucking time. It's a lot easier. That's true, 100%. But once you slip back into your old ways, if you kept procrastinating and using for fucking 10 years straight, it's that 10-year fucking signal is within us. It may have gotten diminished a bit more, but it's still within us, that inner bitch. So how do we avoid those loser feelings? And I told one of my clients before, I started feeling like a loser. She's like, Sam, you're one of the hardest working people I know. You're not a loser. I'm like, no, that's the problem. That's the problem. In this fucking moment, while I'm laying in my bed, over analyzing, over complicating, over being a drama victim fucking pussy about how sick I feel in my head. I feel like a bitch. In those moments when I wasn't being as productive as I knew I could have been, my conscience was telling me, my heart, my voice in my head says I'm a loser. I'm seeing my life in a more negative lens, including myself in the mirror. So I felt like I was a loser. It's like, Sam, you're being too hard on yourself. No, in that moment I was being too soft. I needed to be hard on in that moment. There are times where I'm too hard. I need to be more softer on myself, which is more rare because in my personal opinion, today's world, our concept of what's hard and what's soft is skewed. So in reality, things that are perceived as hard is actually more softer than it should be. Is actually more softer than it should be. And things that are generally hard are not that hard. We should just look at what our older generations were able to do. That's my mentality, that's my mindset. Now we know this much in nutrition, this much in workout, so much information. The genome has not changed. So there's always going to be some kind of chaos that's always going to throw us off our alignment in terms of where we want to go. It's always, who the fuck's going to go through life without family, work, or personal chaos, going through this life trying to figure out how to operate? Family, abusive parents, abusive kids, disobeying kids, parents that are just not there, any financial issues, work issues, personality issues, ego issues. There's a fucking health issues. There's always going to be curveballs, always. So like, to make the excuse that I'm going to stop developing myself and stop making myself feel confident to go through my day by overcoming something very physically difficult that's under my control. I can't fucking bring someone to the gym and fucking 4 a.m. and make him come and him be as energetic. 40 pounds is 40 fucking pounds. I know if I only can do 35, that weight is going to feel like 40. So it's control. I can make the decision just how much I want to self-inflict adversity. When I do that every single fucking day, it makes me feel a lot more uplifted. This is simple shit. And yet people want to first, Sam, you're arrogant. You know it all. But in reality, I'm like, first, you're arrogant because you haven't tried working out, you haven't tried eating clean, you haven't been structured, and just focusing on that first. And you're telling me this whole mental health issues is more complicated than it is. It's not. When we don't actually put in hard work, it becomes a lot more complicated than it should be. But I actually believe a lot of people have the work ethic to kind of snap out of it, but they kind of go back into things that sedate them, the alcohol, the food, the drinks, the pleasure-seeking behaviors. And this is what I learned from my wake-up time when I was slipping. I felt less energy and drive throughout my day with more sleep and more food for recovery than I did by waking up with 1 hour of sleep, getting a workout in, like right now, and getting it done, and just maintaining good habits. Good habits are like a fucking surcharge of energy. Why is it a good habit? Because you know the outcome in the end is positive and it's automatic. So the behavior is automatic. You don't have to think about it anymore. It's like you're flowing through it, flowing something that's difficult. So you know you have to take, instead of 1 + 1 equals, no, most people take half steps. They'll do half step plus half step to get 3/4 results and wonder why it's not coming fast enough because their blueprint's fucking off, or their understanding of how to get lean and strong and uplifting spirit feeling is off. But someone like me who does 1.5 plus 1.5, so I'll put a bit more effort than the average perception of what hard should be for a workout, because strong and hard go hand in hand, little tip. And then the outcome is 10. I feel like fucking great. It could be the shittiest, rainiest fucking day, and I feel fucking great. Completely disconnected from what external feelings, difficulties happen, because internally I overcame something difficult. And what that difficult task was first a wake up time, going to the gym, doing difficult tasks that I know it's going to grow me as an individual. That's why I always tell people, it's not when people have the right mindset in terms of working out and fitness, they'll never fucking stop. The ones that stop technically did it for the wrong reasons, or they identified with the outcome that they're trying to get. Like a lot of athletes slip into that, where they'll just kind of like get on a groove, get to a certain momentum, a certain point, and realize once you get to the outcome, oh, I have the body, I know it'll be there, but they forget, who gives a fuck if you have a nice body? If you're not using the next day, you're just gonna have a shitty ass energy. And once we slip and we lose the habits, which is the energy pull, we start to drift into our old self, and the darkness starts to come again. Or when we put it aside because we got financial issues, again, marriage issues, kids issues, work issues, relationship issues, and then we just like, you know what, I'm gonna put us on, realize no, at least we have a process to overcome these challenges external of us, so we can approach in a right manner. If I'm having a personal issue with a human being, by me being in a positive, enthusiastic manner, it's only going to benefit all of us. I'm in control of this circumstance. I'm going to control it by taking responsibility in terms of how I feel and conducting myself in a certain manner, such that when I negotiate or talk to you to make ourselves cooperate with each other to take us to the next level, at least you'll see me in the most realist, authentic, most positive, enthusiastic manner, which I am the same as you, and we can create this bond through energy and universal truths, just being honest, loyal, have integrity, simple things like that, discipline, and then it just resonates. And then the personality, the identity things don't really fucking matter. And then I can tackle those from a uplifted manner. And if I have financial issues, it disconnects me from those internal states. I'm like a scarcity mindset. I've gone through fucking so many circumstances in life where I barely had any money, and I was the best days of my life because I overcame something difficult through a workout and went through my day with a lot more positive mental attitude. And I was like, okay, you know what? At least I have myself. Most people out here are already broke as shit. They're in $30, $40, $50, $60, $70,000 in debt. They got those cars, but in the car they feel like total shit. Yeah, I have something that can create a fucking positive energy, and they're fucking stressed out of their fucking mind.